What is up, fighters? It's another day on the road in Japan. But do I have a treat for you? In fact, I don't even know if it's a treat because I don't even know if it's real yet. We've heard rumours that there's a house in Japan, in the countryside, the mountains, surrounded by forests. It's a UFO house. That is right, it's a potential UFO house. Not sure of the history, not sure if it actually exists. We saw one photo, but we didn't know if it was CGI, if it was photoshopped in there. So this is a whole adventure of getting to this place, and plus the added danger, the added difficulty. We are driving through a typhoon at the moment, so it is pretty difficult. The rain is coming down, but we're going to try and do it. Let's go and find this UFO house. So we've been driving for 4 hours. This place is in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea how anyone found this. And I've got a super interesting story, and I'll tell you when we get there. So the beast finally got us here. It was a hard one, hard workout.
Dude, a long road.
Not sure how much longer that's gonna last, you know. Like, you have no idea what it feels like in the back. It literally bottoms out.
Like it's like
boom, yeah. I can actually feel the suspension underneath my ass. Smack, like a bang. But we are here. I've already seen it in the woods as we drove past. We drove past, and from what I saw through the linings of the trees, it looked like something straight out of Dragon Ball Z. No joke. It looked like a ship from Namek. Right. So we don't know if this house is abandoned or not. It looks like it, yeah. What is this place? This is really strange. In the middle of the forest, remember guys, in the middle of the mountains in the forest. Is there? Oh my god. It looks just like a pod from Dragon Ball Z.
Dude, have you ever seen anything like this?
I mean, I saw one UFO house in Texas, but like it was not
What
nice. It was
the hell?
I can't get over this.
No, bro, honestly, I think that that looks like a real UFO.
It does look like a real one. I don't know what a real one is, but this is like the real.
It doesn't look like a house at all.
I know.
I think it's an abandoned house over there as well.
Yeah. How do we?
This is weird.
Let's go through here.
This is very, very weird. I honestly don't know what I'm looking at right now. This, I mean, if you was to stumble across this at night, I mean, even stumbling across it now, it looks like a real UFO. It doesn't look like a house or a fake or anything like that. I mean, how the hell do you get to it? Is there stairs or something? I'm in shock. Right, let's head over. Let's just try and get inside it. I don't think I'd ever say this. Let's try and get in the UFO. I mean, you can obviously see this has been here for a long time. Maybe 20 years or so. Maybe longer than that. If we're going in, we're going now because they've just gone in there. So if we're going in, we're going now. We're gonna hang out. Just watch out, the floor is falling apart.
Really bad. Oh yeah, it is.
But what the heck, guys?
Dude, this is insane.
One of the best stuff I've seen. Top 10. It's just so unique. Look at this. It looks like they were having like some sort of like barbecues or grilling something right here. And everyone's just like partying here. It's the whole UFO party.
Those are like recliner beds or something.
No, they're the space. What do they call them now?
Space bombs.
No, these. What would happen is they slide down, and then you press one of the activation buttons, and it surrounds you in like this bubble. And basically, it means you can travel through millions of years in space, and it'll only feel like 2 seconds. I mean, have you never seen Alien?
No.
What?
No.
I just think this is an amazing find. Guys, we're in Japan together. Think about this.
Yeah.
We're in Japan,
Right.
and we're looking for a UFO, and we found it in a backyard on top of a mountain in the hill.
So random.
Does that not
That doesn't
trigger
happen.
you guys?
Yes.
It's amazing.
It is amazing. Again, these seats are dope. I love this place. One for the books.
So it looks like there was 3 access hatches. One there, one in there, and one there. Or maybe it was, or maybe it wasn't, but you got power sockets there. So they were definitely using human electricity.
Not alien, but human electricity.
This
Has
is cool.
anyone ever seen anything like this in their lives before? I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I thought I'd seen it all. Turns out I haven't. What is this?
I think it's like a.
It's a vacuum.
Yeah, so what they do is they cook their
Cook,
food.
yeah.
You cook your food and it sucks up
all the
Yeah.
all the air goes up. Yeah. Gosh, I love this. This is unreal.
strange.
Yeah, unreal.
I get this, otherworldly vibe in here.
Right.
Bro, you said there's a worm on you.
Yeah, I got them off.
I mean, you've seen Prometheus, haven't you?
I did see that.
It's laying alien eggs inside you. I mean, who the hell needs to storm Area 51? Storm the Japanese forest. You're bound to find a UFO.
Hey, that's right. You don't have to go all the way down to Vegas, or Nevada. Dude, I got some of those weird worms that like run like.
Oh, this is a bedroom.
Yeah, so, like,
That's just like a
weird
little
worms.
space pod bedroom. That's insane.
Cost me to believe, so.
Actually, these aren't access hatches. There's only one in and out of here, and that's that over there. That access hatch there.
Oh really?
Tapeworm.
Not like a tick. I think.
A tick.
As long as you didn't get.
So right here is a small kitchen.
This stuff, man. Look, the crash pad.
You've got the sink and stuff there. So you could pretty much live in here.
It's got everything you need. I mean, the basics.
Yeah, it's got a bedroom, bathroom, and kitchen. And a very nice chart area. I mean, you can see parts of the UFO starting to fall apart. They put some boards over, but even them have been there that long. They're falling to bits. I really don't think this is ready for flight at the moment. But a little TLC could see this heading back to Mars. All jokes aside, this is an incredible find. This has never been filmed on YouTube before, never documented. There's only very few photos online, which is why we thought it was fake. We thought it might have been CGI, but you know what, we was heading to a resort, and it was kind of on the way, maybe an hour detour, but we took the risk. It paid off, because it's here, it's legit. We're stood inside this real life UFO, and obviously we've got to be quiet because it is in a neighbourhood. This thing has been here longer than the neighbourhood, but the neighbourhood's been built around it, and there's a strange building right next to us with shutters all over it. We have no idea why it's there, what it's for. Is it something to do with the UFO? I don't know, but we've got to be really quiet. There's the bathroom. just so surreal being inside here. I'm gonna exit the UFO right now. Insane. A bit worried about walking down here. This has been unreal. I'm going to flash an image of one of the crafts that Freezer and stuff used on Dragon Ball Z. It looks just like it. Oh, here comes Josh. He's leaving. He's arrived back from Namek. Training under 100 times normal gravity. An alien appears. Right, Josh, I'll get the shot with this. Alright, so we're leaving this unusual find. Never found anything like this in my life, and I never will find anything again. Really embrace this video because this is going to be a once in a lifetime video. We're the only people to ever document this on YouTube. So yeah, take it in. While I know it's only short, there's not that much to see, but I hope you enjoyed this. As much as I did anyway. I'm just going to let it fade into the distance. Just look at it. It's in the middle of the forest, surrounded by newer built houses, and it's remained. But what I don't get is this building. What the hell is this place? It looked like a house from the front, but it's all black shuttered. Very, very unusual. All these tanks on the side of it as well. One last look.
I'm looking at the thing.
I mean, do we have to leave?
I guess we have so much more to go.
But I have so many questions.
I know.
So many unanswered questions. What? Guys, one thing I will ask. I mean, I rely on you guys a lot. You already know that. Go online, see if you can find out anything about this Japanese UFO in the mountains. So strange. We couldn't find anything about it. But yeah, look at this place. Very, very strange. Bear in mind, all this is happening. This unusual object is being shadowed by a really nice estate. Like, you've got a really nice tarmac road, very, very quiet. And don't forget, guys, the merch on the website. I've took like 3 of these t-shirts here with me because I'm trying to rep them all the time. The wanted ones were a bit delayed. All the orders were slightly delayed. They're like a week or 2 delayed. But finally we had them sent out. If you're a channel member, you already know you get 10% off the merch. You get a 10% code, so make sure you check that out, because if you didn't already know, now you know. Or you can get the t-shirts, the hoodies, you can get it all over at ewfofficial.com. Okay, so by this point, I probably had a lot of people spamming in the comments what this actually is. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown on the history and how this came to be. So this is the Futuro house. Back in 1968, a Finnish designer was set the task to design a house that would be great for vacations, especially on ski slopes. So in 1968, the first production one was built. It was made of polyester. Now, polyester back then was super cheap, but then came the oil crisis, and along with it, expensive materials. So in 1973, they stopped production. None of them were made again. So in that time, there was only estimated between 50 and 100 Futuro houses ever made, and some of them were shipped around the world. 2 of them in Japan. Now, a Japanese demolition man was set the task to go and destroy it. It was in a different location, and they called it an eyesore. When he approached it, he saw it and fell in love with it. So he actually hid it in the mountains in North Japan. Now, he put it there, and over time the trees have grown around it, so when the government finally found out it was still there and they went to go and destroy it, they couldn't, because it goes against their beliefs. They're not allowed to chop down trees. So nature actually saved this UFO house. So the whole story is amazing. This UFO house, this Futuro house, was only discovered in January 2019. No one knew why it was there and what it was, but eventually an explorer found it in January 2019, and there was only 2 photos of it online. We were the first ones to get there with video cameras. So yeah, exclusive here on Team Fighters. One last thing I will say though is, this is the most intact abandoned Futuro house on the planet. These are so rare. So to find one like this that's abandoned and still has its windows in and mostly intact is absolutely amazing. It should be saved. It should be in a museum. But for now, I guess the forest is keeping it safe.